Hello, welcome. I'm just finishing getting set up right here. Well, let me see here. I'm trying to get things lined out good on my computer screen here, my laptop. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so we're continuing with our Celtic Mandala. I wish I could figure out a way to get the glare, but almost any light source, no matter what light source I try to use, I end up with some kind of glare. But this is a real shiny book cover, so maybe it won't be so bad. It is for me, though. It's just a huge white glare. That's pretty much what I see on my laptop screen. It's just a white glare. It's really bright. I just have to keep messing with my light source and stuff, guys, until I get it figured out. So let's see. Let's zoom in a little bit. See what we got. Yeah, we can work with that right there. I'll just move my turn the picture down just a little bit. Let's see. Maybe we can zoom in just a little bit more. I'll reposition the camera. Yeah, how about something like this? Just because we're going to be working on this area right there, that purple, for a few minutes. See, I'm just trying to do a couple other things. Good morning, Sherry. How are you? I'm trying to get my laptop and stuff positioned to where I can actually see it better. And that's not bad. At least I can read the text. So I'm going to do just a little bit down here in this purple section, and then I want to move to a different section. All right, good. I have to keep reminding myself that I'm working with metallic pencils because we don't have real vivid color. let's see. I actually think I want to move up here. They are actually going on pretty good. I do like them as far as that goes. I just have to keep reminding myself that the color options, we don't have a lot of option, but, and I think these are meant to look different. I want to work on kind of figure something out for, let me see if I can get this zoomed in right. I want to figure something out for this part and this part up here. Because this other stuff I can work on this weekend, try to catch it up. Because it's the same thing that what I've already been doing, so. I want to look at some different colors too. Not that we have a lot of options in colors. But let's look at some blues. Now, one thing I find interesting is like we don't even have like gold. You would think that gold, just gold, might be a standard kind of metallic color, but gold, yellow, is not an option. I'm trying to find something that might be close, but probably really there's nothing in the yellows at all. So let's look at some blues and see what maybe I can do with some blue, figure out a blue. There is a silver. Let's see if I can figure out a couple of different blues here. Maybe we can use like, here's a bluebird, or here's a river blue and a harbor blue. Let me see what these look like. Sorry guys, I have such a hard time with these braces on my hands trying to get things done. Here's a river blue. I don't even know what it looks like. And then I'll see, here's a harbor blue. That's almost the same as white. These are almost like, I don't know if I like these that much. Let me see. Let me see what else I have, what other options I have here. Here's a regatta. A deep lagoon. I think, I can't remember now. Of course, my color pencils are all mixed up. I would have to like, who knows how long it would take me to go through there and find the metallic pencils and try to find a gold one. But there might be one in there. I used a metallic pencil. I don't know if it was a color or if it was a Prismacolor. I used it in one picture at one time and it was really shiny. These are not that shiny. And as far as finding colors that are good blending colors, I don't know that we're going to find that a lot in the metallic. I'm just trying to find, I'd like to have at least two colors that I could use together. We'll see how these work, I don't know. Now, color, They make a complete set of metallic pencils, metallic colored pencils. They make a set of 72. I don't know what all's in it though. I'm wondering if I could mix a blue. Well, probably not. Uh, well, the main thing is I'm wanting to. I just kind of wanted to use these pencils just because I hadn't used them yet. So let me see here. Here's a bone brown. Interesting. I didn't know bones were made out of metal. Okay, so we got a couple of different colors here. Let's see what we can do with these. These are going to look a lot like this over here because I really only have certain options. There's like some greens, blues, browns, and purples, and that's about it. Yeah, I did use, like I said, I used a metallic, either Color or Prismacolor. I can't remember which one it was, but they had more traditional, like metal colors as far as the names of colors are concerned, like gold or copper, that type of thing. They don't have that in the Brutfuner. They don't have anything like that. But I'm just doing this with these like here because you sent these to me, and I hadn't really got to use them, so I just wanted to use them. So let's take a look at. I don't have the right colors to do things that I would I think I would normally want to do things in because I'd like to do like these sword blades, like in a yellows and oranges, but I don't have those options in the metallic pencils. And now I'm going to end up putting green right next to green. So I'm going to change that and I'm going to make it blue. I'm going to change our sword and make it blue. Let's see, let's start with the lighter of the two colors. We'll probably have to do another one of these mandalas, but not using the metallic colors, just so we have more options at color. I'm wanting to break out these oil-based pencils and give them a try. Well, hopefully we'll be finding out pretty soon. I'm not even really worried about finishing this picture necessarily. Like I said, I just wanted to find out what these, just using these metallic pencils were like. I hadn't really used metallic before. I did once, just on a really small part of the page, and it was pretty cool because it turned out shiny. This is not, these pencils are not that shiny. Let's see, let's do it like this. Have you started your Dr. Seuss page, the one that you're going to be doing with Dee Dee, Sherry? Oh, okay. Well, I'm curious to see what you guys come up with for that page. Well, let me see here. I'm trying to figure out what would be. Let me see here. I'm just going to do. Uh, I'm going to do like a purple and silver on the blade. Let me see. I'm not sure how I want to go about doing this. Maybe we start with the blade. I keep hitting my head on my phone again, my camera phone. Seems like every time I do this, I end up with things in a different position. I never can get used to where things are sitting. That's what I was thinking about Dr. Seuss. I don't know what things are supposed to look like. It's been so long since I've seen any of the Dr. Seuss stuff that I don't remember what the characters look like. I know there's some things like they're called Who's or something like that. Thing one and thing two, I think they're supposed to be red or something. They were red. I have no idea how this is going to work out, guys. I'm just putting some color down here. Now, let me see if I can put a little bit of this silver in here. Now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do these lines over here. That angle is a little weird for me. Let's see, I got to turn my fan on, guys. I'll be right back. I hope that don't block the camera. My desk light here actually will swivel a little bit, so I can remove some shadow because of the angle that I have to work at. It can be very awkward sometimes. Thank you. Yeah, this actually worked out better than most days as far as the close up is concerned. Oh, thank you. I was just going to say I'm not real sure how well this is going to work out or how it's looking on camera. It's not looking too bad, actually, from where I'm sitting. That actually did not work out too bad right there. I'm kind of okay with that. Well, I think, man, I keep hitting my head on my phone. Now it tells me to reorientate it. Sorry, guys, I got to change this. There we go. I got to put it back now. I hit my head on the phone and I don't like having this thing right here in my face like this. It's so hard. I can't even move. It makes it hard to even be able to actually see what I'm doing because I have to look around my phone and I keep hitting it right on my forehead because it's right here in my face. All right, now I want to see what I can do with this part up here. Oh, we've got a little more of, oh, I see something that's happening here. I didn't notice that before. Wonder if I can change the color of that blade. Maybe I should keep it the same though. Now, there's a dilemma. I hadn't recognized that as being the same thing, but we'll just do what we did. We'll just repeat the same thing up here. So I'll set those over there for now. We'll go back to the blues. Let's see, I need to move it just a little bit because it's not. It just keeps easing farther and farther past. I'm just trying to get the whole area on the camera. There we go. So we have the same kind of blade up here. I didn't really realize it was the same thing. So maybe we'll bring that same color up here. We'll do all the blades with the same blue. So we can do this part up here. See, I just hit. It's a good thing I have glasses on too. I hit my glasses on my phone all the time. I'd poke my eye out if I didn't wear glasses. So I'm using the darker of the two blues that I've got here. I'm just doing the corners with the darker of the blue. Boy. And then I have to be careful too and pay attention to where the background is because we're not going to color the background. I'm trying to use a little bit of that shading technique that we saw in Evelyn's video about using various amounts of pressure to get different values of color. Kind of hard to see that, at least on my laptop it is. Well, I got an empty tray out of one of my pencil boxes to put my used colored pencils in here on the table when I just can't hardly seem to do that though. If they're not laying all over the table, it's just not right. Okay, good, Sherry. I'm glad. Okay, now let's see what we can do with these little things up here. Let's see here. And like I said, we're just doing this so we can just see some of these different colors from the metallic pencils. Let's see, I think maybe we'll use some of the darker right here where these cross over one another. Because even doing this, we want to think about shading. Got to practice on that. Anytime I have the opportunity to kind of practice my shading. So every place here where this crosses over, we'll give it a little bit of a shadow color right on the edge. Let me see. There's a lot more of these little intersections than I was thinking about. Now I think this right here would have looked really good with oranges and yellows. Now let's see how this looks when we add what I hope is a lighter color. Let's see what we have here.
When Rufus plays around, he often sees fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes, because they can be all around too. And they carry diseases and more. But prevention meds can keep dogs safe all year. Ask your vet which one's best for your pup. For life with pets, there's two.
Wherever the road takes you, Chevy is ready to drive you forward. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology, every path leads to new possibilities. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Well, I just keep coming across spots that I missed with this darker color. Ah, see, here's another spot that I missed. All right, that's not too bad. Now let's see if we can do the same thing again. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Well, I'm not going far away. I'll be right back, though. Sorry, guys. My eyes water so much, I had to go find something to wipe my eyes with. I get to where I can't see. Everything's just blurry. Kind of hard to color that way. That's better for now. My eyes water all the time, and I don't know why, but they do. I have to. Actually carry a little towel with me for the very purpose of being able to wipe my eyes because my eyes water so much. So it figures I would pick a hobby where I need to be able to see. Well, I don't think I have allergies. That's what's interesting is I don't think I have an allergy issue. But you know what's weird? Ever since I moved into this apartment, I've had sinus issues also. And I've never had issues like that before, but ever since I moved into this apartment, I've had sinus issues. Well, I was having issues with my eyes before that, but I don't know what's going on over in this apartment. But there's something.
Replay the lives with Pure Leaf, a refreshingly bold iced tea. Time for a Pure Leaf.
Kids can't hide anything from me. I'm home. Especially when they've been using toilet paper that doesn't hold up. Charmin Ultra Strong has a diluted texture that's more durable. And it cleans better, so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin. Always. What is this place?
You made it. Is that good?
You were the last to see the president alive.
Welcome to the pit.
Light 'em up now!
A crew of pirates is coming.
That was
Disney Plus Real Back Smuggle. Flights starting at $16.99 a month. In the Prologue SUV, we have dreamed up a better EV, just like you'd expect from Honda. Buy online with a select dealer.
Ah, boy.
Honda dealer today.
I really do wish I could figure out a different kind of camera system, but I don't know how I would take overhead videos. I've hit my face, my glasses on this camera phone so many times. It's incredible. Well, I don't really know what's going on with my sinuses. Like I said, I've never had an issue with allergies or anything, But maybe it's just where I'm getting older. Maybe I don't know if that happens to people if they start developing those kind of problems later in life. I don't know, but whoops, here's another spot I missed with my crossover here. I might have to see if I can't figure out some type of floor stand that would work for the phone and overhead. I just don't know how. I can't visualize an overhead camera, how it's supposed to work and not actually be in the way. Because I can't have my head and my camera in the same spot. And my camera has the view that I need. No, I have. I don't know if you're familiar with like motel style air conditioners. You know, that just stub through the wall. I have one of those big motel type air conditioners in my wall under my window, and I think it blows in all kinds of dust and stuff from outside. Because I'm all the time sweeping up big piles of stuff that it blows in through the AC, even with the filters. So another one of these crossover places that I've skipped. Man, it's easy to do. The filters are in pretty good shape. Steven changed them, cleaned them out for me. There's just so much stuff that blows in. Another one. Man. All right, that's how that section is going to look like. So let's just go back down this way. We'll just go back down here because I'm not going to go outside of what I've got going on. I'm not going to zoom in or zoom back out just yet. Thank you, Sherry. Yeah, it's okay. I like it. Like I said, I just have to keep reminding myself that we're using metallic colors, not standard colors. So now we'll just continue working. I'll try to get all the rest of this caught up over the weekend. So then we just have this outer ring to work with. Now, providing I'm able to live stream at midnight tonight, that'll be my 300th video. Now I'm trying to give these a little bit of dimension, add a little bit of shadow color. Just hit my head on my phone again. I don't know why I've done that so many times today. Just because I'm wanting to see my picture, I guess. Can't do both. Can't color your picture and see it at the same time. That would be against the rules. Oh, I didn't tell you I fell in the floor over here the other day, did I? Yeah, I don't sit in a chair. I sit on a rolling stool. And I went to sit down over here at my art table, and as I was starting to sit down, I bumped the stool and it rolled out from under me, but I was too far gone at that point, and I missed it. Ended up in the floor, cracking my tailbone and my elbow. Still a little bit sore. Yeah, it wasn't fun, I can tell you that much. Yeah, somehow I bumped into this stool as I was in the process of sitting down on it, and it rolled out from under me. And I actually did reach out and try to put my hand on my recliner to prevent myself from falling, and the recliner just slid across the floor. I was like, that helped me a lot. Yeah, I have a chair that's similar to that, to a gaming chair. I don't use it though. These things I use that I sit on here. One of them I used as a footstool in the old house. I used as a footstool with my gaming chair. And the other one I used just as a table. I put a serving tray on it and used it as a bedside table. So neither one of them actually were used to sit on at the old house, even though that's what they're actually for. Except my grandkids, my granddaughter, my grandson like to roll around on them, and I would have to scold them. They're not toys. Well, now, they sure thought so. And even when they were coming over here, they still got the same scoldings because they want to jump on these things and roll all over the place. Well, not really, not for them, because I won't let them do that kind of stuff. I won't let them tear my stuff up just because they're having fun doing it. My things are more valuable than their fun. Trying to do motocross on a stationary bike? How'd that work out? Yeah, you have to teach kids to take care of things or they're just going to tear things up. So I never let them come in my room and tear stuff up. I didn't let them throw trash in the floor. There's all kinds of stuff I didn't let them do. All right, now let's move over to this section right here, and we will continue with it. Ah, now it used to be funny in this apartment where I lived. Like I'd be sitting out on the front porch, and I'd have like my dining room window open, and the girls like would be. I can get my beard out from under the camera. The the girls would be like sitting at the dining room table or something. They'd all be talking about stuff, doing stuff they weren't supposed to be doing. And I could hear them talking about it because I was right on the other side of the window, but the blinds were closed. They wouldn't know the window was open. And then they'd want to know how I knew about that stuff. All right, let's see if we can do some more of this orange. I'm going to get all this inner part done now before we move on to the outside ring. Oh yeah. Now I would say out of the metallic pencils, or at least in this particular set, the Brutfuner, this is called the Vibrant Orange, and it might actually be the most vibrant. Trying to figure out where the camera is at. I have to look at my laptop to figure out where the camera is actually pointing. This might be the most vibrant pencil in the whole set. And it's not that vibrant, but it's called Vibrant Orange. And then I just highlight the opposite corners with that. Well, not really highlight necessarily, but I color the opposite corners. Well, I think all my kids turned out to be kind of wild, or they went through their phases anyway. Some of them are still in their phases. Danielle, how are you? Oh no. You have a pulled muscle or something like that? Is that the problem? Or something else going on? I deal with back pain, but well, not thankfully, but it's all lower back. Oh, I've not had that before. I haven't had a Starbucks in a long time, quite frankly, like several years. Now, this that we're working on today, Danielle, is just a Celtic mandala, and we're using metallic pencils just to see how they work. Yeah, I toss and turn too. I don't sleep good. I have insomnia, so I don't sleep well. Does that pink drink from Starbucks does it help you relax when you're trying to sleep? Is that why you drink it? Is that does it have that kind of effect?
Hey guys, we grabbed some treats from movie night.
Cool.
Being night heroes with Hershey's and Reese's chocolates.
Try Major Made.
Oh, okay.
Made to
All right.
you every day.
Yeah, I've never heard of it before. That's why I was asking.
Because they can be all around this room. And did you know those itchy pests can carry diseases and more? Indoor cats need protection too, since fleas and ticks can get inside through windows and other vents. But don't worry, we have different types of prevention meds to stop them all. Ask your vet which medication is best for your pet and help protect them no matter what they get into. For quality meds, for life with pets, there's Chew.
This is summer with Nissan Summer Sales Day, featuring the award-winning Rogue and Pathfinder. Now more affordable. Hurry to a Nissan dealer today.
Oh, okay. You know how to make it at home? I'll zoom out here in just a minute and I'll show you the whole picture. Oh, by the way, Danielle, did you tell me you're going to be buying that World of Color by Kirby Roseanne's? Did you tell me you're going to be getting that book? Okay. That's what I thought you told me. And you're going to do that candles page with me and Sherry? Okay. Cosmetics. So do you do do you do like makeup and stuff? Are you a makeup artist? I think I've seen a video or two about Diablo 4. Oh, you were talking about the game. I got you. Okay. I thought you were talking about two different things. I thought you were about playing games and spending money. I'd say in Georgia. Now, is it like really humid where you're at? I know when I lived in Florida, it was so humid. Woo. Okay. I know Florida was horrible. Let me finish this thing that I'm working on right here, and then I'll zoom out so you can see the entire picture that we've been doing. All right, now we can zoom out. And we'll see the overall picture as it's looking right now. Let's see. About like that. And we're going to leave the background white. I got my beard under my camera again. We're going to leave the background white on this one because that's how it was on the front cover. They left the background white, and then the same thing on the inside cover, which is the one I thought looked really cool. This one. So I wanted to kind of do something like that. But we're using metallic colors. We're using the Brutfuner metallic colors. Now let me find out where this is supposed to be sitting again, about like that. And we're using the Brutfuner metallic pencils. That's the only pencils I'm using to color on this thing. So we don't have a lot of bright colors and stuff, but I wanted to use these pencils because Sherry sent me these pencils a while back, and I haven't really had a chance to use them yet. So I just wanted to see what they look like. And she sent me this book too last week. So now let me zoom back in. And I'm just going to continue working on this little section right here. And then over the weekend, I will try to get the center part all done, all caught up. Of course, that depends on how I feel, whether I feel like sitting here coloring or not. Sherry, are you coloring on a picture today? Sherry, did you tell me that you're going to be starting your Dr. Seuss this weekend? I don't do a lot of coloring either, Danielle, only when I'm live streaming. I generally don't color off camera. Sometimes I feel like it, but a lot of times I just don't feel good, so I don't. Oh, okay. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you and Dee Dee come up with. I thought you had previously mentioned to me that you were going to be starting that this weekend.
Spruce kills weeds differently by cutting off their water supply, causing them to die from dehydration.
Danielle, do you have a Dr. Seuss book?
Choose the right fit for you and your ride. With coverage for
Oh, okay.
and help from a local state farm agent. Get a quote today.
That's something I can hardly do is work out colors ahead of time because I just don't know.
That stays ahead of digital attacks. Security is your job. It's also ours. You need a partner to stop cyber attacks before they happen, so your business can succeed without interruption. Microsoft Security.
Okay, Danielle, I was just asking because Sherry and Dee Dee are getting ready to do a color along in a Dr. Seuss book. So I was just asking if you might happen to have the same book. And of course, Sherry and Dee Dee are both very good colorists. So I am looking forward to seeing what they come up with for their designs. or for their page. It's not their designs. It's not their design. Now on these things here, guys, I just pick out different corners and I do in one color, and then I just do everything else in different colors. Exactly. I looked at that page and yeah, I saw all those things. And Dee Dee actually mentioned to me, "Oh, you got your book. You can color it with this." I'm like, "No, I can't color it with you." Aren't the those things? Aren't they supposed to be red? Aren't they red? I'd have to actually go back and look at Dr. Seuss again to remember the colors. Oh, it does, really? Well, that's a good idea, Danielle. Learn how to do that stuff at home if you can. I know what you mean about not driving. I don't drive either. At this point, I don't even have a car anymore. Yeah, if you want to. What's it for? Oh, okay. Now, when you say my coloring books, does that mean that you have illustrated your own coloring books, like Dee Dee did, for example? You have published coloring books? Oh, okay. All right. If I can find it, I'll get a picture of it. I'll post a picture of it on the community page, and that way I'll put a link. I'll post a link also in the event somebody might like to actually go buy it. I have some pretty cool looking coffee cups bookmarked on my Amazon shopping list, but I don't drink that much coffee at home anymore. I used to, but I do have some really cool looking coffee mugs on my Amazon wish list or my shopping list. Are you not able to get the link posted? No, it never came up in chat. There's no link. Try to post that link again, Danielle. It did not post it. There's nothing in chat. YouTube may not allow it. I don't know.
Hypoallergenic clean recommended by dermatologists. No irritating residues, no dyes, no perfumes.
Hit pause on whatever you're listening to and hit play on your next adventure. Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay. Life's the
Okay, yeah, I was just going to say, sorry. I was just going to say, if you can't get it posted in the chat, you can email it to me and then I'll look it up and I'll get a picture. I was going to write down the web address on this card, but that's all right. Just email it to me.
Hurry to a Nissan dealer today.
Who knows? I might get one of those myself just to put on my table here. Oh, okay. So there must be some things that YouTube does not allow into chat rooms. I don't know anything about that. I know I personally do not have any restrictions on chat. Yeah, it must be YouTube. Just doesn't allow that. So let me ask you all this. If you all ladies had the opportunity to have your face shaved, to get a facial that included a shave with a straight razor, would you do that? Okay, Danielle, thank you. Really? Sherry? Awesome. I've wanted to do that. Not that I wanted to get my face shaved, but I really wanted to start that trend out here where I live. I couldn't get Casey to go along with it though. Okay, I'm just so Sherry can see what this looks like. It's an Amazon coloring books and coffee. I like that. And it's $21, 21.99 on Amazon. Oh, you've had peach fuzz on your face your whole life. Yeah, I like that. So I may end up getting one of those. It is now bookmarked on my Amazon, I think. Yep, I have it bookmarked on my shopping list. Now, a lot of people have the misconception that if you shave that peach fuzz off your face, that it's going to grow back thick like a man's beard, but that is not true because it is not the same type of hair. But that's a trend that I have wanted for the last several years now. Since ever since I moved from Hawaii, came back here to Virginia, it's a trend that I've wanted to get started over here because you don't see that a lot. You don't see that a lot in the Western society. Uh, Asian women, Japanese women, they have their faces shaved and stuff like that. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them do. And from what I hear, it helps makeup go on smoother. I don't know if it does or not, but I've heard that.
Bounty Mega Roll lasts longer, so you can tackle Bounty Mega Roll lets you clean spills without running out. Bounty, quicker, picker up.
I believe beauty is knowledge. Beauty is understanding and patience. Today I'm wiser. Today I'm grateful. I celebrate each moment.
Well, I don't know why I asked you all that. The thought just crossed my mind. I tried to get Casey to let me shave her face, but she wouldn't let me do it.
How do I start doing what you do?
I even bought the razor, but she won't let me do it. I'll be right back.
Prologue SUV being cleaned up with battery, just like you'd expect from Honda. Buy online with select dealers or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Well, I personally don't think that women need makeup, but wouldn't y'all like to let me use this on your face? I can't believe I couldn't get Casey to let me use that on her face. I think she is more afraid that I'll cut her face. She did say something. I think she did mention that she thought it would grow back in thick like a man's beard, but I tried to explain to her that women don't have that kind of hair on their face. Oh, hi, Sonny. Uh, okay. About getting your face shaven? Yeah, I think that's cool. I wonder if there's any place anywhere near you that would do that. Unless you did it yourself. Now, is that something you've thought about doing before, Sherry? Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, you could ask her if she knows how to do that. Just make sure she actually knows how to use a straight razor. I'm not sure if they teach that in cosmetology school. They do in barber school, I think, but I don't know about cosmetology. See, I think that's why Casey don't want me to do her face, maybe because I've never used a straight razor before. But I saw it done on YouTube, so I'm sure I can do it. Oh, well, see, there you go. That's pretty awesome. I've always kind of wanted to go someplace and have my face get have a straight razor shave, hot towel shave, but because I do have a beard now, that won't be happening. Oh yeah, I bet it does feel good. Well, there are some things that I would like to at least try once, but I'm not going to be shaving my beard off just so I can have the experience of a hot towel shave. Not at this stage in my life. Okay, Danielle. I think we're almost done here for today. I've got a couple of more of these sections that I'm going to try to get done here. Yeah, that's kind of my ambition is ZZ Top type beard. I would have that already, but I've had to shave mine off twice. Once I singed it in a heater, and one time I was trying to trim it. The first time I was trying to trim it, and I just couldn't get it to where I would like it. And the next thing you know, I had over trimmed it, and the only thing I could do is just shave it off and start over again. So I've actually started it twice now. Actually, this is the third time I've grown it out like this. Yeah, the next time I decide I want to have it trimmed, I'm going to go to a barber shop and have them do it so I can kind of see what they do because I tried to trim it and I just ended up, like I said, I over trimmed it. I wasn't ever happy with it. I couldn't get it symmetrical. So I would do a little bit, trim a little bit here, trim a little bit there, trim a little bit here. And next thing I know, oh no, I just had to shave it off and start over. Well, I don't go to a barber. I haven't gone to a barber in years because I decided a long time ago going to a barber shop is a huge waste of money when I can cut my own hair or I can just let it grow. All right, we've got one more of these sections here. Yeah, I keep my hair cut down. I don't have a flat top, but I do have a crew cut. I just keep it, I use hair clippers and just keep it buzz cut. So I have like a military buzz cut kind of hairstyle right now. I use my, actually use my, well, no, I use hair clippers. Yeah, I do. Okay, I'm kind of waiting for Danielle to get back. I don't want to, because I'm actually done for today right there. So let me zoom back out. Okay, Danielle. So hard to get this picture to zoom the way I want it to. There we go. Thank you, Danielle. Now, I will work on all this inner circle this weekend, providing I feel up to it. And then we'll just have this outer circle to do. But I will try to get the inner circle caught up over the weekend. Thank you, Sherry. It would have been fun to do with some some actually really bright, vibrant colors, but we got plenty more we can do. But like I said, I wanted to check out these metallic pencils because I really hadn't had a chance to use them that much. And I'm liking them. We're just very limited in our color selections because we basically have green, blue, some brownish looking colors, and purple. Anyway, that's going to do it, guys. And we'll be back on Monday. And my next video, hopefully tonight, will be video number 300. So have a good weekend, guys. God bless you. Thank you very much for coming and hanging out with me, Sherry, Danielle. All right. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you for the link to that picture, Danielle. I will post that on the communities page in the event anybody might like to buy that. I might actually buy one of those just to put on my table here. All right, guys, that's going to do it. I will catch you in the next one. Until then, God bless.